Nibaya Kenemunu. Asim Koechidi Azalo. Once again, good morning, good afternoon, good night. It depends your time. You are joining us today at Eastern News 24, where we give to you the latest news on what is happening in Biafra land. Alright, Diko Sidia Yabapani also. Nifai we no bossy keta inolika. Yes, Yabo Ifi Neji no Babo, our Ebo Biafra PM in exile. Odogu Commander Do Messi, Mazi, Simon Ekpa. Biko gee ntị ka ị n'ife o kwuru gbasata maka ihe na-emenụ na ana Igbo. O wegasị analysis o mere gbasata maka ife ndị Igbo kwesịrị ịma and ife Biafrans kwesịrị ịma. So Kabalu gee ya bụ ife, and also leave us with your own comment on the comment section below. Alright, over to you, the able Biafran spokesperson and also the Biafran commander in exile. Over to you, sir.
Today, we are going to do something very, very important, which is exposition or maybe analysis, as you may call it. I just want everybody watching me, every Biafran watching me, to understand that if you own business in any part of Nigeria apart from Biafra land, start by relocating your head office back to the old eastern region of Biafra. If you have not started relocating your businesses, start by now, and from now to relocate your business. Take biggest part of your stock, move them back to Biafra land, and go back to where you are. If you are in Lagos, go back to Lagos and let what you're going to have in Lagos be a branch office where you are going to be selling something, hanging them in the shop. Do not have all your fortune in Lagos. Do not have all your fortune in Kano. Don't leave all your fortune in Abuja. Don't say I didn't say it. From this first day of May 2023, every business person from Biafra origin is advised to begin to gradually move your businesses back to Biafra land. And I want you people to understand that don't tell me there is no shop. Don't tell me there is no space. Don't tell me all those things. No, there are space. There are space in Anambra. There are markets that has been built in Ebonyi State. There are ultra-modern markets in Ebonyi State, built and completed. There are ultra-modern markets in Anambra. Now we are looking at Abia State, REARRANGED and Co. We will come up with something very soon. So if you know that you are a businessman, a businesswoman, and you are a Biafran, whether you believe in Biafra or not, it's for your own good. If you are into spare parts business, if you are into this grocery business, if you are into importation, anything you do, begin to relocate gradually, move your business down to Biafra land. From today, the first day of May 2023. There is a reason why I am saying this. And the reason is going to come from both sides. Both from the side of the enemy and both from the side of Biafra people. So that you won't say that this thing take you unaware. Start to move your business. Now, I want you to better understand the danger of the dangerous diversity that we find ourselves, and we are trying to go to exit Nigeria at all costs this year. It is going to happen. And how it is going to happen, I will not tell you. I know the day Biafra will come. Now, For those of you who don't understand what is going on, I have a news for you this evening. And we're going to do just one analysis, and then we'll go into question and answer. The message I have for you this evening is that, are you aware, like I made it yesterday during the program, are you aware that there is tough time ahead after the 29th of this month? Are you aware of the tough time? Maybe you are not aware of the tough time. As a Biafran, as Igbo speaking Biafran person, that all you do is to do buying and selling. Tough days are ahead. The days ahead are evil. If you are watching us on Twitter, we urge you to join us immediately on Enter Biafra, because you are going to be cut off. Those of you watching us on Twitter, we have quite a huge number of people watching at this moment on Twitter alone. So if you know you are watching from Twitter, please leave Twitter immediately and join us on Enter Biafra. It is very important you join on Enter Biafra, so that you will not be taken unaware the day you are going to come online and then nobody is streaming this broadcast because of the way they censor our program, and then you begin to look for how to use Enter Biafra. So you have to start using it now, that you still have options where to watch and how to watch it. So we are going to cut you off from Twitter, and we urge you to join us on Enter Biafra. Thank you very much. All right. Now, if you are a businessman, a woman, and you are from Biafra, are you aware that the days ahead is going to be tough after 29th of May? Now let me show you something. There is a report that says tough time ahead for Nigerians as federal government prepares to implement 5% excise duty on telco services. They are increasing the tax, but they are not increasing the services that the government will provide for you. They are not increasing security, but they are increasing tax. It is called economic jihad. Now let us read. I want everybody to understand. And I just have one or two issues to make analysis today, and then we'll go straight away to our question and answer. The federal government of Nigeria is set to implement 5% excise duty tax on mobile telephones. Mobile telephone, fixed telephones, and the internet services is previously removed earlier in the year. Additional tax on telecom services is part of new fiscal policy measures for 2023, announced via circular dated 20th of April 2023, signed by the Minister of Finance, Budget and National Planning, Zainab Ahmed. You can imagine where Zainab Ahmed is the minister. All of you know who is Zainab Ahmed. There are more qualified people, but of course it's Fulani. Last month, Professor Isa Pantami, in all this professor and all these names, you can't hear anybody that is very qualified from the southern Nigeria. Pantami, the terrorist, the Nigerian Minister of Communication and Digital Economy, announced that the government exempted the telecom sectors from excise duty tax in line with the recommendation of the Presidential Review Committee that reviewed the applicability of the duty to the telecom sector, which is considered already overburdened with taxation and the sundry levies. You all remember when he was accused of bribe from MTN, and there was a time he was accused of taking some kind of bribe from a telecom company in order to favor them with this particular policy, to exempt them from the Nigeria government policy. I hope some of you may still remember. If you not, you have to go and check it. There was some kind of allegation some time ago, either against Patami or against somebody else, that the MTN or the telecom have paid those people about 500 billion or 500 million in order to walk them through so that they will not be part of this particular tax 5% increase. Now, I do not want to go further. Let me read from here, from the Federal Ministry of Finance, Budget and National Planning. Approval for the implementation of the 2023 fiscal policy measures and tariff amendment. This is to confirm that the Excellency, His Excellency, the President Ghost, has approved the implementation of the 2023 fiscal policy measures made up for supplementary protection measures for the implementation of the ECOWAS Common External Tariff 2022-2026 and a revised excise duty rate on alcoholic beverages. I want you people to listen. On alcoholic beverages, cigarette and tobacco products, as well as introduction of excise duty on single-use plastic, which means even that's where the car comes in. 2. As part of Nigeria's commitment to climate change, adaptation and mitigation to environmental degradation, a green tax made up of excise duty on single-use plastic and import adjustment tax levy is introduced on motor vehicles of 2000 cc and above. You can imagine Nigeria is talking about energy or climate or whatever, when there is nothing, there is no development, there is no innovation, there is nothing. They just want to copy in order to impoverish you, in order to, strangle you economically, because their people are not business oriented. Fulanis are not business oriented. Northerners are not business oriented as such. So the target is you. They depend on government and stipend and grant they receive from government. They depend on grant. They are very, very unproductive till today. It is the history of Nigeria. Now, what I want to show you today is that, I mentioned it yesterday. Look at this. They say there is excise duty rate increase on alcoholic beverages. In Nigeria, they are now increasing tax on alcoholic beverages. The same Nigeria that are now increasing tax on alcoholic beverages. The same Nigeria. I want you people to ask yourself, this particular alcoholic beverages that they are increasing the tax, probably, possibly not for northern Nigeria, why they are increasing the tax in Nigeria in paper, they are destroying the supposedly beverages that should be bringing money to the purse of Nigeria. They are destroying it in the north. They have what they call Hisba police in the north. It's a Sharia police, Islamic State police called Hisba. Is busy in the north gathering the alcohol that you are paying tax in the south. And let me tell you, the worst part of this whole thing is that while you have paid tax in the southern Nigeria for the alcoholic beverages, and you happen to own a business in the northern Nigeria where you are owning your business, hotel business for example, restaurant business for example, and you happen to transport your alcoholic beverages from the south to the north, because you have to transport them from the south to the north. They don't have it in the north. Now, haven't paid your tax, okay? Haven't paid your tax from Nigeria, southern Nigeria, as a southerner and as a Christian. You will move your alcoholic beverages to the northern Nigeria only for this Hezbollah and the Hisba police. Because when Hisba police is kind of Hezbollah. So when this you take it to the north, only for this Hisba police to destroy those beverages after you have paid the duty, after you have paid the tax, after you have paid everything to the government of Nigeria, and in other words, they will still come back to the National Assembly to collect the tax you pay, and they still destroy your business. You see, I do not know how somebody can explain this for some of you to understand it. That it is not working is that it is not working. And it is not working is that it is never going to work. Now, this year, they are increasing the tax on alcoholic beverages, but they have not imposed a law that is going to override the Hisbah police in the north. They have not come to amend a law to say this law is final in the north, that nobody will destroy the alcoholic beverages of business people that are from the southern Nigeria, where we are talking about Biafra people that are owning big businesses like hotel businesses in the north. There is no law protecting their alcoholic beverages in the north. But these are the people that are telling you, bring Simon Ekpa, let us kill him. He wants Biafra. But I'm speaking for them now because they don't know what they are doing. These are idiots. And we cannot use because of their stupidity and allow millions of Biafrans to perish in Nigeria because of few individuals who have access to internet and access to news media. They use them to blackmail what we're doing. Just like those ones that are putting bounty on me every day. When Simon Ekpa talk, they come and counter it. Each time Simon Ekpa is talking, they will come and counter it. But when this thing, impunity, is happening, you will never see them talk. But each time Ndibo is being attacked and killed, Simon Ekpa rise to speak. They will be the first people, not Fulani, not Hausa, not even the government. They are going to be the first people to rise up against Simon Ekpa. Say, bring Simon Ekpa, let us kill him. $100,000, $50,000. They are placing bounty, because that's how they have the money. Every day they wake up, they are thinking, have Simon Ekpa said anything? But they are not thinking, I want you people to go and ask all of them questions. What is going on? You said you want Nigeria. All you do is to come and speak for Nigeria. I am asking you now, how are you going to balance this equation where the federal government has come to increase tax on alcohol? When they are increasing tax on alcohol, are they increasing this tax that Muhammad in the north is doing alcoholic business? I want you to listen to me very carefully. You see that here, the Hisbah police, and this is just small, this is 2.5 million bottles of alcohol in Kano, destroyed. Now, federal government is remembering that alcoholic beverages is a very important business. So you can imagine all the businesses in this life in Nigeria, they picked alcoholic beverage. And this is the actually original business of Nigeria. Unilever, the Royal Niger Company, they deal on alcohol, spirit. If you follow the amalgamation document that I read, their main business in Nigeria then, the Niger Royal Company, is beverages, all this alcohol. It was what actually gave the United Kingdom money from Niger area before 1900. They were dealing on alcohol. And northern Nigeria can never forget the pain they went through because of their culture with the Britain, with the colonizers, and the alcoholic businesses. So, what am I trying to say? This increase in tax on alcoholic beverages, who is being targeted? Is it Muhammad? No. Is it Isa Pantami? No. Is it Alhaji Dantata? No. Is it Dangote? No. The only people that are targeting are you, Okechukwu, you, Afolabi, you, Chinonso, you, Nkechi, you, Chima, you, Chukwuma, You Chukwudi, that is the only people they are targeting today. Because they know that Musa cannot sell alcohol in the north. They know that Muhammad cannot sell alcohol in the north. Because this particular alcohol you see here, somebody have paid tax for it. And yet, they destroyed it in Kano. Somebody have actually lost fortune, yet he paid tax to the federal government. So my question is, you that is talking about one Nigeria, today, whenever you see us talk, you say one Nigeria. My question is there any provision in the northern Nigeria by the same government that is increasing the tax on alcohol? Is there any provision to secure those who are now doing business in the north and they are into alcoholic beverages and spirit? Is there any provision? Is there any law saying that Hizbah must not destroy their alcoholic beverages in the north? There is no law existing. There is no such provision. There is no such law. There is no such law. And this is just small, oh. This is just small. Now, let us look at the vehicle importation. Who are those importing vehicles? Who are those importing vehicles? You, Okechukwu. You, Afolabi. You, Olaniyi, Olanikputu. You, Afonja. All of you are the one importing vehicles. Everything happening here is to bring your economy in the south down to ground zero so that you will be powerless economically, and then they will deal with you. You will not have money to buy arms and ammunition to protect and defend your territory when they come. So the only luck you have is that you have us to start and save you from this impending danger. So you will still have small money when the whole thing will break out, and save yourself. You see, this is practical thing. As you can see in the screen, 2.5 million bottles of alcohol destroyed in the north, and today, in the same government that is encouraging Hizbah police to destroy alcoholic beverages in the north, is putting tax, 5% increase on alcoholic beverages. Does it make sense to you? I am asking you, does it make sense? Of course, it made a lot of sense to them, but it doesn't make sense to me. And the only reason why it makes sense to them is that they know why they are doing it. But you, the foolish people from the southern Nigeria, the foolish idiots, don't know why they are doing it. Why they are doing it is that they want you to put your money in alcoholic beverages, they collect it, collect tax from it, and when you eventually push it to the north where you are going to make money, they are going to destroy it. And the worst part of this whole thing is that they drink more than the southern people. They don't want to drink alcohol, yet they are drinking it. You think when people are doing business in the north, it is only the Biafrans that are drinking alcohol? No. They put the alcohol, they abuse it. These people you see in the north, Fulani, they abuse the alcohol, they put it in their kettle. When they are praying, they are pouring it to smoke up and be getting themselves high. Yet, they don't want to enjoy it. They are against it. I have never seen, this kind of dangerous diversity, where somebody will be enjoying something and he will come public to pretend he doesn't enjoy it, and he will start to destroy it. Yet, he will go secretly to buy it, and it's not like nobody is not like, a contraband product, but you want to pretend to cheat your God. Say you believe in a religion that doesn't condone alcohol. But yet, you go behind the door, buy the beer, own it, pour it in the kettle, and be sipping it during your prayer. And their eye will be shining. And they thought God is not seeing them. And when they see somebody doing the alcohol business, they will capture, impound the trailer, and destroy everything. So let us read the story of how they destroyed the 2.5 million bottles in Kano State. The Kano State Hisba board has destroyed over 2 million bottles of alcohol confiscated in the state. The board said the action was a move. Look at them. Look at them. Destroying something that they have just imposed new tax on. And this is going to be, a continuous thing. The Kano Hisba board has destroyed over 2 million bottles of alcohol confiscated in the state. The board said the action was a move to strengthen its fight against importation, selling, and consumption of alcohol, which was contraband in the state. You see, why it is a contraband in the state in the north, can you tell me one thing that anybody from the southern Nigeria has banned? Any governor? Is there anything any state governor has banned in the south and say it is contraband in the south? They don't even know what is contraband. Do you know what is contraband? When you say contraband, it means that it is entire nation. That is why it is called contraband. How can you single a state and say an item is a contraband in a state? Is Kano a country? I am telling you people what you don't know. Is Kano State a country that will declare something contraband inside Kano State? The point is that some of you don't even know that Kano is already a country inside them. Within themselves, they see Kano as a country. They see Kano State as a caliphate. Otherwise, let us even say they don't understand what English is, But you that is a Nigerian, how can you explain that Kano State have item that only they say is a contraband inside Kano? How do you explain that to other Nigerians? You Nigeria people, P2B and Co, I'm asking all of you. You wake up and you say, yes, Kano State have contraband. The alcohol is contraband in Kano State. How do you speak this English and make it to fit into Imo State as a state in Nigeria? That will single something and say, in Kano State, this particular item is contraband in Kano State. Does it make sense to you? Yet, all of you are shouting one Nigeria. And the target is not them. They are targeting you that is doing the business. They are targeting you that is into the business. And why you are having that business in Kano is also because of them. They enjoy it, they buy it. Yet, they have made it contraband. They voted for it and they enact it into law against everything that is happening in other sides of Nigeria. Against a secular Nigeria. Against the Nigerian law. Against the Nigerian constitution. Because without the Nigerian constitution, the government will not have impetus to impose additional tax on an items and product that another state inside Nigeria has designated as a contraband product. I do not know whether I'm making sense. So, how can a federal government come to say this item they have now increased the tax 5% on alcoholic beverages, while a state in the northern Nigeria is saying this item the federal government has increased the tax is contraband in their own state. And everybody is keeping quiet because all of you don't want to die. If you talk, they kill you. Yet you continue to call such thing a country. And each time you in the south try to enact a law now and say, we are banning Fulani cow, all of you will come under attack. All of us, we saw how it happened. When the time of the upsurge of the Fulani headers terrorists, they started killing people in the south. And the so many governors from Yoruba land, they wake up and say they are going to ban the movement of cow. It becomes a problem. It becomes a national problem. Let us assume that in the Igbo, BIAFRA people or the southern Nigeria are the one doing this cow business. And then the north don't like it. They don't like, just that they don't like the business of alcohol. They are going to ban it. Now they have banned the selling of alcohol in Kano State. They declare it contraband. Not only that, they are enforcing it. And you see the picture where they have destroyed. This one is just one. They have destroyed millions and millions of bottles. Yet, nobody has ever risen up from the southern Nigeria to challenge this particular illegality. That today, the president of Nigeria came up to sign into law increase in tax on alcoholic beverages that is a contraband in the north. And the worst is that when you pay.
Alright, in the by Dalo Linda, that's going to say so. Also, don't forget to share and don't forget to subscribe for more news updates. Stay tuned at Eastern News 24, a home of latest news on what is happening in Biafra land. Dalo Linda, Ngwanu, Kemesia, Umunem. Thank you so much and thank you.